We've talked about a lot. We've talked about quit selling. We talked about the need to get them to talk. We talked about asking questions. We talked about the value of listening. Now I have to get them to buy. This is where we have to pull everything together. From the moment I sat down at the sales call until now, I have to pull all that together to get them to buy. If you want to make a sale, your top priority must be the prospect's interest. This is where I have to pull all this together. Everything they've shared, every question I've asked, everything I've heard, I got to pull this together now. I have to repeat back to them what I've heard. Tell them what you've heard. Repeat back, use their words. Hey, their need. John, you said your need was very specific and that it involved this. John, you said your need was company-wide. Repeat back to them. If they said it was specific, share that. If they said it was global, repeat back that they know you heard this. John, you mentioned your pain point was you didn't know whether you were going to get company buy-in. One of the things we can help in getting company buy-in is this. John, you mentioned that your pain is sales related, and you mentioned that the reason it's sales related is because you're a little weak in this area. Repeat back to them their concern. John, you mentioned your concern is the size and scale of your need, and you're not sure how you're going to actually implement this. And that seemed to be one of your primary concerns. Share that back to them. You are going to be building credibility by repeating this stuff back to them. John, you mentioned that you believe what you need to do to solve your problem is this. Wow, he heard me. I'm assuming what he's going to present to me is meeting what my need is, what I believe. He just told me. John, you thought, share those things back with them. Use their words. Let them know you heard everything they shared. All this data is going to be used to position your solution. Ask if you missed anything. John, does this sound pretty accurate? Is what I just described, am I missing something, or would you agree that's pretty much kind of where you are? No, you hit it on the head. Yep, that's a good That's important. That's how you get them to buy. If you want to make a sale, your top priority must be the prospect's interest. If you want to make a sale, your top priority must be the prospect's interest. You got to take all this data and position your solution back to them. Share in detail how your solution, your idea, or your plan is going to meet their needs. Lay it out. Address each of their concern and pain. Demonstrate you listen. That's how you build trust and confidence. If there's a concern or a pain you cannot meet, share it. Hey, John, you mentioned that one of your concerns is this. I don't know exactly right now how I'm going to meet that, because what I'm thinking is this. Let them know that. That's okay. Keep in mind, there may not be a perfect solution for the prospect. There is a best solution, but there may not be a perfect solution. Don't be afraid to show one vulnerability of your solution. I think that just builds more credibility. And you may hear, when you share that, you may hear the prospect say, hey, don't worry about that. Actually, no, that's not as big as you described. That's not even my priority, so don't let that be a concern. Okay. Don't be afraid to share that. Share your comfort level about the solution. Hey, John, I am very comfortable with what you just talked about in our solution. I think I've demonstrated how my solution is going to fit every one of these needs. I'm very comfortable. Also, we have done this for many prospects just like you. Share that comfort level. Make them feel comfortable, and keep in mind there's no perfect solution. Your solution does not have to be perfect. If it is, great. But there may not be. There is a best solution. You want to be the best solution. If you want to make a sale, your top priority must be the prospect's interest. Keep in mind, there's genuine interest in the prospect versus personal interest in selling. Genuine interest in the prospect versus personal interest in selling. Your number one interest is to make a sale. We talked about the prospect's requirements. They need to like you. They need to relate to you. They need to trust you, believe in you, and believe in your solution. I think they're going to do that if you conduct yourself as I described in this training. That's how you're going to build trust. You have to express interest. You have to show genuine interest. You have to demonstrate understanding. You have to ask thorough questions. That's where you're going to get the data to support the solution you're going to provide back to them. If you want to make a sale, your top priority must be the prospect's interest.